Nate the Great, San Francisco Detective. Chapter 1, Mr. Great. My name is Nate the Great. I'm a detective. My dog Sludge is a detective too. This morning, Sludge and I were at the airport in San Francisco. We were supposed to meet another detective there at 10 o'clock. My cousin Olivia Sharp. Olivia always wears a boa made of feathers. This makes her easy to find anywhere. But all we saw were strangers and many people with signs. All at once, I Nato Great saw a sign that said Nato Great in big letters. A man in uniform was holding it. He came up to us. Mr. Great and Sludge, he said. I'm Willie, Miss Olivia's chauffeur. She's out on her 8 o'clock case. It's running late. She hasn't even started her 9 o'clock. Willie picked up my suitcase. Your limo is over there, he said. My limo? Yes, Miss Olivia always travels in a limo, but today she saved it for you. I Nato Great had never been in a limo. Sludge had never been in a limo. It was long and shiny. We got inside. Willie got in front of it, and we were off. Chapter 2, Calling Nato Great. We drove up the down and many hills. Is everything all right back there, Mr. Great? Willie asked. I looked at Sludge. He wagged his tail. Fine, I said. But can you tell me about the case that's making Olivia late? Her friend Duncan lost a joke book, Willie said. Miss Olivia is looking for it. Willie drove us to Olivia's house and let us in. Our telephone was ringing and ringing. This was a phone that needed to be answered. Nate the Great for Olivia Sharp, I said. Hello, Nate. It was Annie from back home. We all miss you, she said. And Fang had something to tell you. I heard heavy breathing. I knew that Annie's dog Fang was on the line. I was happy to be many miles away from his teeth. I waited. Fang had nothing else to say. Then I heard a strange voice. It belonged to Rosamond. My turn. Bring back California fish for my cats. Lots of fish. All the fish you can carry. Over and out. I thank all of you for the call, I said. Then I heard another voice. Wait, it's me. Cloud. I lost something. Cloud was always losing something. I lost an itsy-bitsy shell 2 years ago on the Golden Gate Bridge. Find it. Cloud hung up. Chapter 3, The End of the World. Telephone. The telephone rang again. Nato Great for Olivia Sharp, I said. Hello, this is Duncan. It's 11 o'clock, and the world is coming to an end. I Nato Great hoped that this Duncan person did not have his information straight. I need Olivia, Duncan said. Olivia is out, I said. Duncan moaned. Then the world is really coming to an end. Could you be more specific? I asked. Well, said Duncan, I lost my joke book. I have to tell a joke to a friend at 2 o'clock, and I forget how it ends. Olivia is on your case, I said. Yes, I'm her case number 22, Duncan said. But she's also working on cases number 18 and number 21 at the same time. She'll never solve mine by 2 o'clock. Nato Great had never heard such a sad voice. Very well, I said. I will also take your case. I hung up. Then I called my mother. The answering machine came on. I said, Dear Mother, Sludge and I are on a California case, but it has something to do with the entire world, or the end of it. Something like that. I will be back. Love, Nate the Great. Chapter 4, Joker Stew. Willis drove Sludge and me to Duncan's house. I will wait in the limo, Willie said. I knocked on Duncan's door. He answered it. Duncan looked even sadder than he sounded. His hair was hanging limp, his socks were dropping, and his jeans were slipping. Sludge and I walked inside. I am Nate the Great, I said, And this is my assistant, Sludge. Tell us about your joke book. Well, I was in Books' bookstore yesterday, Duncan said. I saw this small book called The Joke Stew. It was the only copy there. I bought it. I left the bookstore with the book in the Books' bag. Then what did you do? I went to I went to lots of other stores and bought things. Then I went to Paris Pancake House. A pancake house? Good thinking. Yes, Paris Pancake House has this big menu with 5 pages of different kinds of pancakes. I started to read the menu. The waiter came by. I ordered mushberry pancakes. The waiter left. I kept reading the menu. Then I took out my joke book to find the perfect joke to tell today. I found it. Then what happened? The waiter brought the pancakes. Did you put the joke book back in its bag? I don't remember, Duncan said, because something bad happened. What happened? I asked. Duncan looked down at his feet. I can't tell you. What can you tell me? The world is coming to an end. I need a great wish this case were coming to an end, I said. So the last place you saw your joke book was in the pancake house? Yes. It might still be there, I said. I need the great was sure of one thing. Pancakes were still there, 5 pages of pancakes to choose from. I will be back, I said. Chapter 5, A Sticky Icky Mess. Willie drove Sludge and me to Paris Pancake House. Sniff around outside, Sludge, I said. Look for the joke book. I'll help Sludge, Willie said. I went inside the pancake house. It looked good. It smelled good. I walked up to a waiter. I am looking for a small joke book titled Joke Stew, I said. The waiter looked mad. A girl was just there looking for it, he said. She was wrapped in feathers, said she was a detective. She put up loads of joke book signs everywhere, here, there, up and down the street. But we have no joke book. I know who lost it. Yesterday, this boy came in. I served him mushberry pancakes. He knocked the syrup bowl over everything, the pancake, the menu, the table. I scooted up all the sticky stuff and dumped it in a bag. I handed the bag to him. I told him that somewhere out there a hungry family of ants or flies would love this sticky icky mess. The waiter was getting madder. I knew Great knew that I had to leave the pancake house without eating. I did not want to do that, but I went outside. Sludge and Willie were standing there. We didn't find the joke book, Willie said. We looked in front, then Sludge went out back. He found garbage cans. He looked in them. Isn't that the wrong place to look for a joke book? Well, a good detective knows that sometimes the wrong place is the right place, I said. Smart dog, Willie said. Willie, Sludge, and I got into the limo. Chapter 6, The Golden Gate Clue. I liked this limo. It was a good place to think and to drive around to see San Francisco. I knew Great was thinking I was not having any luck with Duncan's case. I had not found his joke book. I had not found Cloud the seashell either. Perhaps that was because I had not looked for it. To the Golden Gate Bridge, please, I said to Willie. A fine bridge, Mr. Great, Willie said. When we got there, Sludge and I peered out the window. The Golden Gate Bridge was very, very big. Cloud the seashell was very, very small. This was not going to help Cloud. But suddenly, I Great knew that it might help Duncan. I have a good golden clue, I said to Willie. Onward to Duncan's house. Chapter 7, Frozen Pancakes. Duncan was waiting for us. I know all about the spilled syrup, I said. What did you do with the bag the waiter gave you? I put it in the freezer, Duncan said. I like frozen pancakes. Did you open the bag first? No, it was too icky and sticky. I put my hand on Duncan's shoulder. I need to grade know where your jogbook is. It is in your freezer. Oh, cool, Duncan said. Was that a joke? Never mind. I need to grade say you were reading the menu, but you were also reading your jogbook. The menu was big, the book was small, so the book must have slid or fallen into the pages of the menu before or while the syrup spilled. The waiter scooped everything up fast and put it all in the takeout bag. You are a good detective, Duncan said, even if you don't put up signs. No problem, I said. Olivia has her way, I have mine. I opened the freezer, I saw the bag, I took it out, I opened it. It was full of cold, crusty, icky things. Pancakes, napkins, the top from a syrup container, a little top of bottle, a huge menu. But no jugbook. The jugbook isn't here, I said. The world is definitely coming to an end, correct? Duncan looked down at his feet. Correct, he said. I need my book at 2 o'clock, and it's after 12 now. Do not lose hope, I said. That is the worst thing to lose. I sat down. I need to grate neat pancakes. Sludge needs a bun. They help us think. Have a frozen pancake? Duncan said. Thaw it, I said. I don't thaw, Duncan said. Very well, I said. A frozen pancake is better than no pancakes at all. But give Sludge a nice bone. Chapter 8. Lost in the Big City. I ate a frozen marshmallow pancake. It did not help me think, except about my cold teeth. What happened after you left the pancake house? I asked. Well, I had lots of bags. I dropped them outside the pancake house. Then I picked them up and brought them home. I put the pancake bag in the freezer and the other bags over there in that corner. But the book's bag isn't there. I said. I went over to the corner and looked inside all the bags. No book. Both the book and the book's bag are missing, I said. I need to great say that we should go to the bookstore. I think you dropped your book in its bag when you were in front of the pancake house. It wasn't there today. Perhaps somebody found it and took it back to the store. Duncan kept looking at his feet. Somebody could have found it and taken it home, he said, or taken it on a trip, or mailed it, or kicked it, anything. This is a big city. My jogbook could be anywhere. You're right, I said. I am. Yes, this is a big city case. Your book could be anywhere, but we don't have enough time to look everywhere, so I need to have to choose where to look. And because the book was probably in the book's bag when you lost it, I chose Books' bookstore. Oh, Duncan said, there is more to do to this detective business than I thought. Chapter 9. What's wrong is right. Wild drove Duncan, Sludge, and me to Books' bookstore. He waited outside with Sludge. Duncan and I went inside. Are books returned here? I asked the lady behind the counter. Yes. Was a jogbook returned today or yesterday? You're the second person to ask, the lady said. A girl with a feather boa and a bunch of signs was just asking the same questions. I told her a mystery book had been returned and a children's book, a cookbook, and a science book, but no jogbook. What happened when a book is brought back? I asked. We put it on the shelf again, she said. Duncan and I walked away. Show me the jogbook department, I said. Why? It won't be there, Duncan said. We can't be positive, I said. Duncan led the way. Here, Duncan said. This is the exact place where I found the book. I looked around. I looked hard. The book wasn't there. You did not choose the right place in the city to look, Duncan said. I Need to Great already knew that. I saw Sludge peering through the front window. Sludge had not been much help on this case. Or had it? He had looked in the wrong place for the joke book. But he knew that sometimes the wrong place is the right place. The wrong place. Follow me, I said to Duncan. I rushed up and down aisles. At last I came to the place I was looking for. The wrong place. I waved to Sludge. He wagged his tail. Then I looked up and down and across shelves. And there it was. Duncan's joke book. Joke Stew! I took it down and handed it to Duncan. My book, he said. But this is the cookbook section. Why is my book here? I Need to Great say that the lady told us the cookbook had been returned. Whoever put your book back on the shelf thought it was a cookbook with a name like Jug Stew. It could be. Duncan smiled. He smiled. I knew the world was safe for now. Chapter 10. A Feathery Hug. Duncan skipped off. Suddenly I heard a voice. You solved my case number 22. A bunch of feathers hugged me. It was Olivia in person. I owe you one, she said. Let me know if I can ever solve a case for you. Any case. Big, small, easy, hard. I think I have something for you right now, I said. It's big and it's small and possibly it's hopeless. Willie can take us to it. I Need to Great enjoyed the ride back to the Golden Gate Bridge.